The Lullaby Dragon by Heidi Hansen. An empowerment story, how literacy turns problems into strengths. Page 1. Frances was an inventor. She invented a powerful, ferocious costume that really worked. Her invention was that of a dragon, complete with spikes and painted a truly frightening shade of green. Frances wore it everywhere she went. Everyone noticed it. Sometimes it would not fit where she wanted it to go. Everyone had to adjust. Her invention was useful. Her dragon did a good job of letting her little brother know when he got on her nerves. The dragon also let her teacher know how she felt about the rules in class. One day, it was too much. Both Frances and her dragon costume were sent home early with a note from her parents. Frances was made to put her costume away and had to spend all night writing out a promise not to disrupt the class anymore. It was a long promise. Having been away, her dragon quickly grew lonesome, and missed her as she missed her dragon. Her dragon yearned to belong, to be free to play and express itself. So Frances, an inventor, knew how to do research. How to make a pet out of a dragon. There was a lot to read on that proper care of a dragon. The dragon and her friends all waited patiently. To help herself out in this mission, Frances took long walks and imagined everything she could about dragons. She drew pictures for ideas to help her. The more she imagined, the more she drew. Soon it was not enough. Her ideas were too big. She needed more space for her dragon to be free, and she needed lots and lots of paper. Frances wrote so many words down she was able to use those words to write a story about her dragon. She made a list of titles for her story, but none seemed to fit. She kept on writing anyway. That night, she fell asleep, imagining that her dragon was right beside her. She could have sworn she heard that dragon singing a soft lullaby, and she felt peaceful and content. When Frances awoke the next morning, she knew what to write. Her stories were many and filled with peace. Frances wrote about that dragon putting little buttons on the top of her head and laughing as they tumbled down to her tummy and piled up on her top. She wrote about how they made up songs together and danced the day away. In her stories, which grew in number, Frances always repeated how her dragon saved the day, and together they became heroes. These are our stories. Frances wrote about how her little brother did tricks on her, how her mother yelled at her, and how she felt when she earned a low grade on her homework. In these stories, she always made her family turn the shade of dragon green. The story took a turn for the better when that happened. It was a color that worked. Green. Frances also wrote about her friends at school turning a shade of dragon. The classroom seemed to change at one point in the story. Her classmates changed too, in real life. Frances could be found laughing or jumping higher at recess. Her friends did too. There was another dragon green going around. Frances wrote about her tests turning a shade of dragon green. She earned higher grades. Her teacher smiled at her. In her stories, her dragon would whisper to her to help someone who was feeling low, and this also seemed powerful. When she felt low or frustrated and mad, she wrote about pounding on the soft tummy of her dragon, who did not seem to mind, nor pounding. Frances wrote about holding on tight when she was afraid of the dark. She wrote the perfect title to her collection of stories, The Lullaby Dragon. The title seemed to say it all. The way she ended her stories was also fun. Her endings were always the same. She summed up her stories by telling her readers that whenever they felt angry or frustrated, or bad and alone, check for a shade of dragon green somewhere in the picture. Look hard. Put some in if you have to. It's important to find a trace of dragon green somewhere. It means that you can make great things things happen. As long as you can write a story about it, words change things. We can get through anything if we can write a story